35 years later, a new Star Wars trilogy is in the works. Who's starring in it? What are they about? Is it a good idea? Here's what you need to know. Back on October 30th, Disney doled out more than $4 billion in cash and stock to buy Lucasfilm, George Lucas's firm that owns the rights to Star Wars. In short order, they announced that a new Star Wars film, Episode VII, would hit theaters in 2015, followed every 2 or 3 years later by another chapter. Quick recap. The original trilogy came out between 1977 and 1983, the story of Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and the defeat of the Empire by the Rebel Alliance. Fast forward 16 years, or is it backwards, and George Lucas released 3 prequels to the original trilogies, episodes 1, 2, and 3, which were released between 1999 and 2005, and told the story of a young Darth Vader, or should I say Anakin Skywalker, and it ended with the birth of Luke.
I've heard that you've been hired to come back as Luke Skywalker in the last Star Wars film 18 years from now. Is that true?
In something like 2004 or something.
So what's the sequel going to be about? Well, no one really knows, but the trail of clues goes all the way back to the late 70s, early 80s. In 1983, Lucas told Time that the key actors, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, would all appear in the sequels as senior citizens. But the mystery really ended in 1999, when George Lucas told Vanity Fair definitively that the story ends at Chapter 6, at Return of the Jedi, and that he would not let anyone else make a Star Wars film. The story's changed. There will be another Star Wars film, without George Lucas at the helm, and that's where things get interesting. Well, first, who's going to be in it? Harrison Ford said he's open to being in a sequel, and Carrie Fisher joked about fitting back into Princess Leia's outfit. Second, who will direct it? Well, that's become one of the internet's greatest rumor mills. We've already heard about J.J. Abrams possibly directing, Jon Favreau possibly directing, and both have publicly demurred. But we know it's not going to be George Lucas. Third, who's going to write it? Well, that's been officially confirmed as Michael Arndt, the Oscar-winning scribe of Toy Story 3. Which means, as far as this critic is concerned, that we may be on the verge of a rebirth for the franchise, or if you'll pardon the pun, a new hope.